Hello, welcome back. Last time I somehow reached the end of warehouse, still on the treasure crypt route, and we're gonna find out if I have to immediately reroute this because I have basically nothing except a pickaxe. And all the stats on the level, but you know, I would expect to normally have those. Yeah, all these gold rooms have potions in them that I can't pick up. Only potions remain. There are some monsters, none of them are free. There's this guy, but why would I kill him? I would just lose 70 health for I have a bunch of Greckles. Can't spend them on anything, though. Yeah, okay, I have a bunch of Greckles. Maybe there's something to do with those on the next level, if I'm lucky. Anyway. Okay, so there's a score point. What?
Been working out.
Those crates are so heavy. What is even inside those things?
It says here this is the storage area for bricks, dumbbells, and pianos.
I forgot about that
Why is
line.
it storing these things?
Well, you wouldn't want them to get damaged during the grand event, would you? Bump into me if you would like to hear my assessment.
This is gonna be the same line as I've been hearing, right?
Let's see here. It looks like you have every skeleton key so far. Someone confident enough to take on such a challenge doesn't need my advice. So I have nothing more to say.
Alright then. So, Blast Zone. Does this come with immediate health? Technically. Okay. How far would I have to go to get any actual health? I think I can bypass those. I don't have a yellow key for that. Can't bypass you. Well, but I can delay. Yeah, okay, it's not immediately clear where my health would be coming from, but I have to go through a bomb tutorial first.
Strong explosives?
Danger, explosives. What's the pattern here? Not that. This? Here we go.
I should be able to push this powder keg out of the way.
Yes, okay, there we go, that's through here. Right, something I need to be looking for is pickaxe spots. I'm checking here for a thin wall, there is not one. So unless I had a second one somehow, that won't be doing me any good. Okay, so that is going to explode. That's going to light this. This will explode and light the fuse further. Auto-saving. What does it call this autosave? 2W. Just Blast Zone 2W. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, so Wubba gets to be blown up. What a privilege. Boom.
I could use this platform to cross over the water.
I suggest you do that. Alright, so here's easy mode. I guess that's where I can get some health. No. I could pickaxe this. Let's not. Here's this hallway, nothing to do about it. Water skipper, nothing to do about it yet. And am I just dead here? Or can I do anything at all? So, one hot tile would no longer immediately kill me. Aha! I can spend money. I need a staff to be able to use this most effectively, and most effectively still doesn't get that construct, and I need that before I can get the staff. There are flippers on this floor? Yes. And that was going to affect my route significantly back in the day. Okay, I can claim myself some health in this room. That is my only realistic option, right? Let's just double check. If I need that blue key... Oh, I'd like these two. Well, I get that after the blue key. Seems like I'm not avoiding this Mimic Stab. The Mimic Stab is small enough that I could nearly... I could actually survive 2 of it. Just exactly. Yep, they could get in and out with 1 health. However, there's a construct. Okay. If I'd saved a blue key somewhere... Bypassing this would have been nice. This is too thick to pickaxe through. And the rest of this also kind of is. One pickaxe doesn't actually get me that key or a way to bypass it. Okay. So I think my only real option here is this. Well, that got me a bunch of nice stuff, didn't it? And I'm just gonna have to hold off on that green key until I'm ready. Okay, technically I have enough health to do something here, not kill the construct though. And I can't get the keg there. Let's see. A pirate stabs me for 260. No, I think I simply have no way to proceed. Right, like my health was just too low for anything to happen. So my most useful move here is blowing up the pirate. It's about all I can do, but I cannot kill this construct. +5 to cut off 130, that's not enough to get me anywhere. Okay, so I very quickly run into an impossibility. Hold on, I haven't engaged with that room yet. That's a bunch of health, that's enough to take the construct. Okay, now wait, I can do things. So, I blow this up like that. Take the health. Keep on moving. Blow up the pirate. Kill the construct because there's no real choice to it. Take another mimic stab on the way out because there's no real choice to it. Get some health for my trouble. Hope is not yet lost.
You're safe from explosions when standing on top of a door.
But not a crate. They're lower.
I just love sharing my knowledge of physics.
That's nice of you.
Did you know that every roach attracts
Seen it before. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy this now. Not even looking around. Although, maybe I could, just in case, as like a... Are there other Greco gates in the immediate vicinity? This, which I can afford. It's 50 each now. This, which I'll be able to afford with 1 kill, which is probably inevitable. There's a few. But, I mean, health is so desperately needed that I will take any that I can get. Okay. So now... I'm seeing some pickaxe potential, but I don't know. I'm just in, like... basically near-death mode for probably the foreseeable future. I don't imagine how I would get out of this circumstance unless I can do a gigantic pickaxe skip of some sort. No skipping that, blue door. Wall too thick. Wall too thick. Yeah, I do want that. But there's a blue door in my way. Now remember, if you can go across water to it and can delay, then the flippers will get it eventually. I have no keys. No, there's probably nothing I can do here. There's no way I'm getting this. So you are my target, and yeah, as if. Don't have a green key for that, can't get one, probably. Now, if I went over there, nothing would really happen. What would make the biggest difference here? Having more keys, probably. That green key, technically I could snag it. What's this powder keg for? For killing the wubba while standing on the green door. And after doing that, I can claim another 500 health, and that doesn't really have much of a cost. Now, hold on. You're safe from explosions while standing on a door. Put it right here so it's both recoverable and, out of range of the explosion, because I think those destroy crates. Okay, cool. Here I can make a trade for more health. This would be a great place to have some... flippers. Still got no keys, and I need at least a yellow to get into this room from any angle. Unless I pick X. Or can convince one of these to walk over and hit that with their sword. Green key looks not necessarily. If I missed that thing, that's another way to kill it. Okay, but a yellow key is required. Where could one of those come from? Here. I can kill one water skipper, it's possible to do. Is that the only yellow key? There's... okay, well if you're gonna kill a water skipper for a yellow key, kill one for 2 instead. Yellow door for those. I'd prefer to fight if that were an option. Fighting in general kind of isn't much of an option right now. Okay, let's assume I kill this skipper for its yellow keys. And you're hitting me 8 times. Let's see if I don't kill the skipper for its yellow keys. I'll take 6 hits instead. Okay. Any advantage I can possibly get is going to have to be taken. I can do better than that. 2 hits. Well, 4. 4 hits. There we go. Alright. That wasn't so bad. Now I have some keys. Alright. With these keys, one way or another, I need to go this way, but I also require a blue key from here. Now, I would love to blow up those constructs. I assume this toggles the fire trap. 14, not particularly close. There's this room that exists. That wall not thin enough to get through. It doesn't matter at all which of these two I go through, both are currently open to me. They are equivalent, and the orb opens the other for convenience. So since I know I have to spend a yellow key, I might as well open this now. Okay. Money for this, almost definitely. Kill 3 things? Well, it'd be those 3, and I can get you from the back. So this is what that fee would be. Where would my health land afterwards? Also careful with... oh, no, it would be these 3, of course. Because of the mist, helping me... oh, but I need 4. Well, and then I missed it here. Well, I guess then do it in this order. So I do live through that, technically. Okay, let's make a save and just see how this goes. So if I'm killing this in that circumstance, can that improve any of my situations here? No. No, the most optimal is this way. Well, hold up. Actually, again, so this has to be killed with neither of us misted. Both of these have to die, but then I'm misted for this is the issue. Okay. So no improving that any further. Annoyed to be throw noises. Getting a green key would have been cheaper. So that puts me at 166. This costs 1800. Would getting a green key have been cheaper? Barely, but then I would have spent the green key. Well, but then I'd have 500 more here. Once I'm through here, does anything happen? I get 1,000. So the thing that's the closest to a game changer would be this shield, but that's pretty far away. Just how far away is it? So through at least that pirate. This nasty gauntlet here, unless there's a way around. No. I note that I have not picked up any stats on this entire level so far. Those fights, Misted, Mimic, then a stick that gives me a little more attack. But I do have to fight that pirate on the way in, and that's not going to happen. Can a pickaxe skip me to... Oh, hang on. So, what would I... Let's take this moment to evaluate pickaxe usefulness. So here's the cache-in for those skeleton keys. Never been to the north. This is a grappling hook No, it's not. That's cracked, right? This is not a pit. I've misparsed that before. Not the first time. Really big sword. Can't pickaxe these because they're obstacles, and I'm pretty sure doors can't be either. Yeah. Whoops. But I could do things like that. But being double thick, this is not an option. Well, what about getting toward the key? Key is not protected in such a way. How many times do these hit me? 2. So there's no reason not to fight. Oh, yes there is. Now they hit me 3 times. Oops. What's the... I just pressed the button. What's the button to see all the... It's equals. Just had a moment where I had just done an input, then I had no idea what input I had done. So if I'm going through here just once in and once out, it is better to take those hits and not fight them. Using a pickaxe here sure wouldn't feel good. And the amount it saves is probably improvable. So let's take a look for the optimal spot. Yeah, that'd be great to have and all. That's pretty impossible. Yeah, surrounded by obstacles, no pickaxing in here. Wait, this is impossible to get, isn't it? No, there's a wubba that I just have to blow up by killing those. Right, yes, there are 2 ways in, not just the one. Okay. Ah. You're supposed to be my pickaxe target. Okay, that's the suggestion, and the shield is the thing that would be the biggest game changer. However, I do not have enough health to do that. And I have about as much as I can possibly have right now. That's not quite true. Okay, so have I already opened? I have not. Alright, so... Even if so, I mean, the shield doesn't make me invincible or anything. There's no way that's just taking that is going to be enough. But yeah, so this is why there is what looks like a walking route here, when otherwise you would have a... some flippers for that. Save 260 by getting 5 more attack. And in the constructs, okay, so getting 5 more attack is extremely worth it here. Doing this without flippers, though... That's impossible, isn't it? Because this is going to melt all of that ice, so I'll be trapped in here afterwards. If I paid for the powder keg, the bomb would still go off and trap me is the problem. Paying for the powder keg is just to skip one construct. I don't have a way to cut this fuse that I can see. Yes, I do, a mirror. It won't cut it, but it'll put it out. Okay, so the amount of damage I would take here is 1040, because I would have had 5 more attack, and this would be -1 + 1. 1040 plus 1150 plus 1150 plus 1150 minus 1150, because I'd buy this. So that's 3390? No, 3340. 3341 is the amount of health I would need to do this, and then come out of it with 1 health at the end. And that's assuming I had already picked up a +5 attack, which is fairly available here in this room. Now I would also have some defense by doing this. What's the state of my... Right, can shield be reached? That's what I'm exploring here. I can't spend a yellow key on that? Well, maybe I can. If I did, that still doesn't get me to the number I need, but I do have some defense now. Great, it's saving me 5 per hit, which is, you know, it's some. So I can't kill a single construct now. Oh, okay, so don't kill this until you have the shield, for one thing. So the route would look something like... Oh, am I going to blow up that shield? Not if I... shield. Mirror. Not if I put things here like this. Right, but if I want to blow up the Wubba, I do still need to fight the constructs manually, of course. Yeah, so this would be the setup if I could somehow kill these two. So I think we know the answer. What I don't know the answer to is what to change to make this possible. Where did I go so very wrong? I was feeling the pinch on the previous floor pretty early, but that might have been due to my route. I made some possibly questionable hand bomb decisions. I think that's the big one to redo. Bomb something else. So if I'm not getting that shield early, then what am I even doing? Is there any possible potential for a more lucrative pickaxe spot than that? What about in this potion room? No, it's all obstacled up. No blue door skips. Potentially skip to a slightly quicker blue key, but that seems underwhelming compared to the shield. Remind me how much more defense the shield gives me. Compared to what I have, it's 40 more. Yeah, cool, but like, that's not game-changing enough for what I require. Okay, so I think my run is dead. Do I know what I would change? Well, there was that idea with the hand bomb. Okay, let's do some time travel. I have this save if I decide I want to try and salvage this, but I think that's really unlikely. Let's just look at end-of-level stats in general. So here at the end of a homeland, Treasure Crypt route, I have 2144, 5030, 37, dagger, wooden shield, 7 yellow keys, no greens. This looks very healthy. So homeland was nice and happy. Flavesco Forest here had me with 4 yellow keys. 370 health. All the stats I wanted, but that health is kinda low already. So already here I feel not so healthy actually. How was the forge? 1346, 2-1. Can I compare my first runs? Okay, so Rock Giant defeated here. I made that save manually. This is not comparable. 8 yellow keys, a little more health. Anti-Grackles for 4 defense. Yeah, those numbers look very healthy. I don't have a direct comparison here. Lucky claimed, then between here and there... 001. $2004. I guess you're saying no yellow, no green, yes blue, don't even know about skeleton. So that 4th number only shows up if I've seen one. Okay. Right, so then back to... I guess the question I'm trying to ask is what's the latest point where I feel like the run was healthy? And I'm already kind of unhappy with this number. Let's time travel. So from here... I'm missing a skeleton key here. I'm missing a skeleton key here. No, I'm... Yes, I am. Is this just the wrong... Wait, why is this save as it is? Why do I have only one? At that checkpoint? Well, that's confusing. Yeah, here's the 2 skeleton keys. Why didn't that resave with 2 skeleton keys? It shoulda. Okay.
What's going on here?
Right, yes, story, etc. So shouldn't this have overridden that save? I would have thought so. Anyway. What does the start of this level look like? That much health. Okay. So the question is, do I want to reroute Flavesco Forest? Or Forge? Or Warehouse? I think Warehouse has the most potential gains, but I might already have kind of crippled myself by where I started here. So right here, 2103. Well, no. I didn't ever want to take this trade. These stats, other than my health, look kind of okay. Don't use this save. So I think this would be the spot. If I would decide not to have done that. I might go a little earlier and not do any of these fights yet, and do the stuff down south that doesn't benefit from a shield because it's full of Ormites. So therefore go back one more wherever that is. Whereas don't use this save. Okay, last opportunity, trade yellow for black. So, I do not take this. I already cleaned those out, so no need to kill that guard, which doesn't really help me that much, honestly. Maybe I want to go back just slightly more and change some of my decisions there, but let's see how this part plays out. So, recall the way all of this went. By being very crafty. I stick this here, I fight the Seep. Then I move that to where the... No, I leave it. I fight the pirate, red guard, whatever it is. Then I move it to the Fagundo. So Fagundo's the next one I would fight. No, the tar baby, the gel baby is the next one I would fight. Then I move it to the Fagundo and fight that one last. But, right, so I fought the Seep first because otherwise I would be misted for it or would corner the crate. So that's the one I do non-optimally. But if I go down here... I can't do much. Right, so I already have one of those. I can buy my way to some health. Would I dare open this? No! Green keys are much too precious, and I need them at the... Right, okay, so the green key budget. Where did I waste green keys here? Nowhere. I only use one for this, for something very valuable. Child baby, +3 to save 86, that's not that much. Seep, whatever. No, I don't have any money to do this exchange. And that's a place that would benefit from the shield. And does going in here benefit the shield route at all? I mean, it just did with that 4 defense. I guess I could do that, dip out, and take all the benefit of that 4 defense forward with me. How much did this construct hit me when I fought it before? It's already dead. Post defense, Fagundo now or attack first. 1500. Did early shield save me more than that? And if I don't early shield, when do I shield? Bronze shield's worth how much more than I have? 20? I forget. Somewhere around 20, maybe 30? This is kind of the next thing I probably want. So if I leave the Wubba alone for now, just do this much. That's already an improvement. Like, this definitely makes my route better. So that hand bomb. That hand bomb. This is plus 20 compared to what I have. So how many hits of that much add up to 1500? Well, 1500 divided by 20. 150 divided by 2. 75 hits. 75 hits, so would I... On the route I'm on, will I take 75 hits before I have that shield? So walking through here... 712 times 4, I have to debrain these. Like, I can't walk through here without debraining them. In fact, just one of those hits would kill me on its own. 830 is your attack, wow! If you were debrained, how much do you hit for? 297 times a lot. So that's essentially 300 times 4. So 1200 for that. For that. Taking those hits is still very nasty. I don't know, this looks like a good hand bomb target to me. It really does. But again, think of it this way. Well, think of it what way? Oh, hold up, so with my keys... Is there any possibility I take this route? See, the thing is, debraining these only helps so much. They still hit me a lot. I can't crate climb my way over here and get back out. My stats can't be any better, only my key counts and health potentially could. Like, I have taken all of the stats from previous levels, so maybe that part is a mistake. Maybe some previous level stats should not be taken on this route. Could I have gotten this to this earlier and like used it on this level? I don't think that's a good idea. Mr. Bureaucrat Face here won't give me a judgment if I'm on the skeleton key route, so that's not a way I can measure how well I'm doing. Yeah, the thing is, I don't have a measurement other than just intuition and vibes. So ridiculous idea, what if I just don't take the shield at all? Don't waste all the expensive resources it takes to get that thing. Go for the steel shield later instead? I mean... You're already at 2424. Use the hand bomb to save that, so it isn't like that. These were still ore-mited on the route that I went so that I could save the yellow key. Maybe I just don't get the shield? Because so much of this level is ore-mighty. 20 more defense, though. That's 20 health saved per hit. I don't know. I don't have a plan here, so that's kind of the state of things. I'll think about what to do and poke at this from some angle next time. I'm quite certain that where I was with on the next level was not continuable. One more time remind me how things were at the start of this level. Warehouse entrance, autosave. Warehouse start. So this is like how things started. 1506. 2, 1. And how did it look on my first run? 1506, 2 yellow, 1 green. This is a little later. Way more health, way more yellow keys. And another green key. No hand bomb though. But I can't expect to reach these numbers on the treasure crypt route. Additional possibility. Maybe this save needs to be optimized better. Maybe, like, whatever I did here is something I should reroute. Could consider doing that. So right, options for proceeding. Restart all the way in Chapter 1. Restart Fulvesco Forest. Skip this for now and go to Chapter 2. Just say, I tried this challenge, didn't get it, and never come back to it. No, that one is not the option I will take, because, as I said, a requirement for completion is that I see what room is here. That's non-optional. Okay, but I don't know the route I'm going to use to get there, and I'll consider options next time. Maybe just a full Chapter 1 restart is the thing to do. Yeah, and it's probably better to do that now if I'm gonna do it, rather than go to Chapter 2 and think about all those mechanics and get that stuff in my head and let this fade away. No. It needs to be Chapter 1. Alright. I'm thinking a redo of Homeland, maybe in order. Like, my run was pretty good, but could I do better? I feel like I should at least try in case I can do significantly better. Alright, next time probably restarting all the way from the beginning of Homeland.